Anna here, and today I want to show you a super cute layout made with pictures of my younger daughter Maya. And I will be cutting the new Happy Days collection from Cocoa Vanilla Studio. And I will be adding some mixed media layer on the background, so stick with me. I decided to make a Tutti Frutti layout using this cute paper with oranges, lemons, and peaches because I wanted to scrapbook this motif so much. So I just found matching pictures. So my main inspiration was the paper, not the pictures. And I found pictures of Maya eating. They are actually red currants because we don't have lemons in Poland. We are not tropical enough. So I decided to just make a fruity page, not with a specific fruit, just a fruit theme. I had this stencil. This is the scrapbook.com exclusive stencil. I haven't used it before, so it's like a perfect opportunity. And I am applying pineapples all over my page. I am using two distress oxide inks. The first one is mustard seed, and the second one is rustic wilderness, I think, to add the bottom and the top part of pineapple. So I'm spreading it all over the background, and it's covering most of the page, but not the whole page. So I'm leaving some blank space on the top and in the bottom. So it's just a fun way to add some texture and extra layer to the papers with stencils. And I like reaching out for stencils a lot. So I'm just quickly adding leaves here. As I'm seeing it right now, I could trim this process, but I wanted you to see how you can cover the whole 12 by 12 paper with smaller stencils. Just try to fit in the pattern. Not every pattern is like, designed to be repeated over and over again, but with the pineapples, you can totally do it. Just kind of make sure you are in the same line as the rest of pineapples. And after I finished applying them, I decided it's just still too white. So I took the same ink and the brush, which is almost clean, like I am not adding a lot of pressure, to kind of smear the yellowness around. And I will repeat the same process with the green color. So everything will kind of blend a little bit better together. But as I can say, I'm not adding too much pressure, so I don't want the colors to be dark. I just want them to be a little bit extra, but not very dark. So this is how it will look. So it's a final stage of applying the inks on the background, and I will also add some splatters before adding pictures, and I will use yellow and green mist. Those are old Heidi Swap color shine mist. They are not manufactured anymore, but you can easily swap them for any other product. It doesn't have to be mist. I just use them because it's very convenient to splash from this tube, but you can use watercolors, you can use watered down acrylics. There are many possibilities. And with the yellow done, I am adding green. The yellow is almost done, and I'm so sad because it's my favorite yellow. And you cannot buy this mist anywhere else, so I will have to find a replacement. After the inking was done and the splatters were dry, I was ready to start creating a composition. You can see the unboxing video of this collection on my YouTube channel if you are curious what you can find in this line. Instead of using 12 by 12 papers, I am using A5 paper stack. So the patterns are very similar. Not all of them are exactly the same. Some of them have different colors, some of them has a little bit smaller patterns, some of them are exactly the same, but this is the perfect solution if you don't like to cut into 12 by 12 paper to only get a small piece of paper. So reach for the paper pads, or in this case paper stack. It's the only extra paper in this collection, so Cocoa Vanilla Studio doesn't carry any 6 by 6 paper pads, so it's the only and not only, but mostly what you can get if you don't want to use 12 by 12 papers. So I just picked 4 different colors, backed my picture to add framing, and this is it. When it comes to pattern papers, I also have those fussy cutted fruits, but I will not use 12 by 12 papers on this page. I'm gluing down the pictures using pieces of cardboard to add a little bit of dimension. You can of course swap it to foam squares, fan foam, foam sheets, whatever you have on hand to add a little bit of dimension. Of course, if you don't have a pineapple stencil, maybe you have some different fruity stencil, or maybe you can use dots if you want to. It doesn't have to be the exact copy of my page, just the techniques. If you would like to scrap lift this layout or do something similar, so just go with the flow, pick whatever you have on hand that matches your pictures. My pictures are down, and now I am ready to arrange more fruits. As I mentioned before, I fussy cutted them from one of the papers. I don't recall the name. Juicy something was the name of this paper, and those are lemons, oranges and peaches. So something we totally do not grow in Poland, where we sometimes can grow peaches, but if the spring isn't warm enough, the flowers just bloom, fruits form, and before they start growing bigger, they just fall out. All of them after one night of a cold. So yeah, it's not easy to grow peaches in Poland. We have plums, all sort of plums, and they are more resistant to the cold spring nights. But peaches, they are rarity when it comes to growing them. We have a peach tree in my family's, my mom's and father and dad's garden, and I think for 5 or 6 years there were only one spring where we managed to keep the peaches, and they were delicious. But yeah, not a lot of peaches for us here, but we can buy them in shops, so it's not that bad. However, we can grow some smaller things like currants, like blueberries and stuff, and they work really, really well in our climate. But oranges and lemons are very exotic to us. So I am done with gluing down all the fruits I had in my stash. I also added some strawberries from the ephemera pack, but I cut it out the white outline so they better fit the page. And now I'm making a title. It will be a Tutti Frutti, and I'm using pattern papers from the paper stack, adding die-cutted letters. So I use the die set from scrapbook.com, my favorite die set, and I'm creating Tutti Frutti because this title has a lot of T letters. I was trying to make it with some tickers or like alpha stickers, but I didn't have enough T letters in them, because in this case I would need 5, and most of the alphabets doesn't have that many T's. That's why I decided to create my own title, which is perfectly fine, and using dies kind of make your paper spread even more. And I added all the letters, adding small strips of 3D foam to even add more dimension. Now it's time for some final touches. I went through the ephemera pack to find some extra elements to add them here and there, and I found this camera, but again, without everything on the page, without the outline, I needed to cut out the white area around the camera too. I don't know, If I'm going with my white all over, I'm okay with that. If part of the elements doesn't have the white outline, I need to cut out the white outline from the rest of the elements. Oh my God, my tongue doesn't want to cooperate with me. And I'm finishing the page by adding those super cute puffy hearts here and there, in matching colors, of course, but this page turned out very colorful. I was doubtful for a while because my daughter has a very cobalt blue um, blazer on top of her, but it somehow blended in. So here are some close-ups of the finished page. I hope you feel inspired to scrapbook your own pictures this way. This is the idea for using 4 quite big pictures, so I hope you will try it. Here you can subscribe to my channel to never miss any new video. You can also see some extra videos you may like, and I hope you will come back to scrapbook with me. See you soon. Bye.